So what about training? What are things that you think people who are in-house should be doing to have some great training and really do a lot of knowledge transfer?
So we've looked at a lot of different models on this, right? Because as you know, there's different people in the organization who need to be trained differently, right? And then you also need to think about what is the role of who owns SEO. What is their role going to be? Is it going to be execution or is it going to be training? How much do you want to teach people to fish versus, fish for them? And I think, it may sound like a cop-out, but I think it really depends on the organization. I mean, we've seen models that work really well where everybody gets SEO training, right? Like we talked about this with Melanie Mitchell did this at AOL some time back, where everybody had to get SEO certified to some degree. Now that certification may look different. Maybe it's very basic. It's 101. But certainly the people who need to be trained the most are the people who are actually touching, the front end we call those front end engineers or the editorial folks. Once you get the architecture down and it's SEO friendly, then you got to make sure that what's getting spit out onto the pages is the right stuff. So that's what we call the front end side of the business, which is editorial and UI and all the content elements on the page. So those are the most critical aspect. But as you know, in successful organizations, it starts at the top, right? So we have a chief product officer, Blake Irving, and he came in and he wanted to retool a lot of the product organization, and he said, we're doing SEO. And that has had as big effect as anything.